Hi everyone. Today's story time is called The Sorcerer's Apprentice. This is one that not many people are familiar with, but it's a pretty good story, I believe. There once was a man who knew everything there was to know about magic. He was a great sorcerer. Another name for a sorcerer is what? Like a magician, right? Or a wizard. The sorcerer had a wonderful hat. When he wore his hat, he could just think magic and it would happen. He could think about a butterfly and it would appear. But the only sorcerer knew the magic words to make it disappear. The sorcerer did not live alone. He had a helper named Mickey, and Mickey did all the work. He swept the floor. He chopped the wood. He carried the water from the well. Mickey knew about the magic of the hat. If I had that hat, said Mickey, I would never have to work again. I wonder what it'd be like to have a magic hat, wouldn't you? What would you make it do? One day, the sorcerer had to go out, and Mickey was alone at last. And there on the table was the sorcerer's magic hat. Now I can be a sorcerer, said Mickey, and he reached for the magic hat, and he put the hat on his head. Oh, do you think that was a good idea or not a good idea? We'll see. An old broom was standing by the wall. I will put a spell on that broom, said Mickey. He did what the sorcerer always did. He pointed his fingers at the broom. The broom began to move. The broom grew 2 feet. It grew a right arm and then a left arm. Broom, commanded Mickey, pick up the buckets. And the broom did just what Mickey said. Go up the steps, said Mickey, and the broom went up the steps. Fill the buckets, said Mickey. The broom filled the buckets. Bring them back, said Mickey, and the broom brought them back. Pour the water, said Mickey. The broom poured the water. Pretty good so far. Mickey danced around the room. Magic is easy, he cried. I will never work again. Then Mickey sat down in the sorcerer's chair. Work, broom, work, he said. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen next, because it looks like Mickey's going to fall asleep. I wonder what's going to happen. What do you think? While the broom went on filling the buckets and pouring water, Mickey fell asleep. Oh, we were right, he fell asleep. He dreamed that he was the greatest sorcerer in the world. Suddenly, something cold and wet woke him up. It was a splash of water. Another splash knocked Mickey out of his chair. Water was everywhere. The broom was flooding the room. Stop, cried Mickey. Stop, broom, stop, I say. But the broom did not stop. Mickey pointed his finger at the broom, but the broom kept going. He held out his arms, but the broom pushed him down. He grabbed the bucket, but the broom held on tight. Wasn't there any way to stop the broom? The axe. Mickey grabbed it. He chopped the broom into bits. Well, that's over, said Mickey. But it wasn't over. Something strange was going on. The bits of wood began to move. Oh no. The bits of wood turned into brooms, and all the new brooms had feet and arms and buckets. They marched up the steps, never stopping. The brooms came back with more water, and Mickey leaned against the door to keep them out. But the brooms pushed it open. Mickey held out his arms to hold them back. but the brooms walked right over him. "I am a sorcerer," cried Mickey. "You must do as I say." But the brooms marched on and on. Brooms and more brooms, buckets and more buckets. In the great line, they poured and poured. The water got deeper and deeper. Poor Mickey! It was all he could do to keep his head above the water. Then the sorcerer's book of magic floated by, and Mickey grabbed it. Page after page after page, Mickey looked for the magic words that would stop the brooms. But the water began to whirl, and Mickey couldn't read the words. Mickey hung on to the book as he went around and around in the water. Spinning faster and faster, Mickey was caught into a great whirlpool. Now there's nothing he could do. Oh no, poor Mickey. Another word for a whirlpool is like almost like a tornado, right? But a whirlpool is in the water. But what was this? A great dark shadow on the wall. The sorcerer had come back. He knew at once what Mickey had done. He raised his arms and roared a great command. The brooms in the water disappeared. Just one broom was left. It was the old broom standing by the wall. The sorcerer was frowning, and he looked down at Mickey. He wasn't very happy with Mickey, right? Mickey took off the sorcerer's hat very carefully, ever so neatly. He made it look nice again. Then he gave the hat back to the sorcerer. "Just a little magic trick, ha-ha," said Mickey. But the sorcerer did not laugh. The sorcerer looked down at his little helper. "Don't start what you can't finish," he said. So Mickey went up the steps and back to work. The end.